Yeah, first of all, I think both on behalf of Abhishek also, we'd like to thank the Honorable High Court and the Honorable Judge Kathawala for actually meting out justice really quick. And I think he saw it in 2 minutes. And there was no point in mudslinging because we're very honest with our dealings. Our paperwork was intact. Everything was intact. There was nothing that we did that was even remotely untoward to even one paisa. So we were very confident and we kept quiet, we kept quiet, we kept quiet. But after a certain point, I took Abhishek into confidence because he's my director. And I said, Abhishek, listen, we have an issue here. And he advised and he said, John, I think it's best we take the next step because he's also a legal person. And he said, take the next step and serve a public notice. So, but after all said and done, we don't even want to comment about it because we feel it's not worth our time. We want to talk about our film. We want to move on. That's over and done with, done and dusted. And the only thing I can say, and this is what Abhishek and I both have learned, even after doing a wee bit of back check, is choose your partners and understand where their money comes from or doesn't come from. Right. That's very important.
Absolutely. But do you think, they've done quite a few films at the moment, but were you looking for, perhaps other people in Bollywood to come and support you through this entire thing? Because other people are also facing the heat.
Right, so I'll tell you, your problems are your own. You can't expect anybody to come and hold your hand. It was my partner, so I had to figure out things for myself. Yes, there are, I think, about 16 or 17 other people who are in a similar situation. But we've got a beautiful world, We wait for one person to solve the problem before the others jump in. So they were all waiting and watching to see how justice was meted out to me. And the minute they saw that it was, you would read announcements of everybody pulling out and taking over. So they were just waiting to see what happened with J Entertainment and John Abraham. And I think, again, I thank Abhishek for standing by me because we took a very courageous decision to protect our credibility, our film, and we decided to go to court.
Right. Despite being a scapegoat, you turned out to be very victorious. But moving on to your other films as well, you have a very interesting slate, right? From Raw to, Batla House as well, which has recently been announced. But is it like a conscious effort to perhaps go the patriotic way?
No. So even, I want to say this about Parmanu also. So Parmanu, I think when Abhishek and I spoke about it, we never wanted to make this a patriotic film. Yeah. We wanted to make this an on the edge of the seat thriller. We wanted to make this like Argo, where you say, will they, won't they? Will they do it, won't they do it? You're like literally the entire second half you're sitting and biting your nails. Right. By the end of it, when you walk out, the byproduct is that you feel proud to be an Indian. But the idea was never make a film where you're saluting the India flag. We wanted to make a film where the audience, even if they didn't know anything about Pokhran test, they would come in and enjoy a thriller. Right. And that's how we made this film. We made a commercial, entertaining thriller. Right.
That's interesting actually, Abhishek. I want to ask you, he's saying you wanted to make an edge-of-the-seat thriller. But to be honest, the fact that we already know what the outcome was, do you think that was challenging?
Yeah, like all of us know Mahabharata, all of us know Ramayana. It's about the treatment. That's where the director's role comes, right? Like, it's a story. You don't know the story, you know the result, but you don't know what they went through, how it happened. It's the how. First half sets it up completely. So definitely the first half is not the thriller zone. First half is drama. It ends on a thrilling note, and then the second half takes it from there, and it goes into a different orbit altogether. You will be really entertained thoroughly. Like he said, edge of the seat. Second half is that. So I always see it in 2 acts, in 2 parts, this film. So, I think coming back to your question, somewhere it is about the narrative and not the story itself. Which is going to be entertaining, which is going to be that, oh, this is how they did it. Because a very crucial information in this is the American satellite, the lacrosse system that they had, that they were 24/7, they were keeping a surveillance on, and the land that you're using is a desert. There's not even a single tree out there. And to be able to hide that information for 30 days of prep from the American satellites, it's no small deal. You see today, since that time, they have been catching everyone. India is the only country which could successfully do this test without anyone getting a whiff. So that's the story you're telling. And that's why it goes into that space. Like he gave a good analogy of Argo. There are many such films like Eye in the Sky. When you know the information, but how it is done, going back into time, and you're showing it, that's more important.
The last line in your trailer is actually very interesting, where you say that, you know, a man is, an army man is not because of his, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But recently, when, you know, Akshay Kumar wanted to go and put his costume of his naval officer out on auction for a good cause, he faced a lot of heat there as well. So do you think, you know, it's a little grey area, or what is your opinion about it?
No, my opinion is simple. You know, none of us take a stand on anything. We always sit on the fence. So I think what he did was absolutely right. I stand by him.
Actually, I think he was not auctioning a naval uniform. He was talking about the costume of the film. You know, one needs to differentiate that. I come from an Air Force background. My father is in Air Force, so I can say my father was not offended. I don't think that a true army man will be offended because it's a costume. That's not a, he's played a character of a, you know, of somebody who is in Navy. Right. But it's not an Indian Navy uniform that he's not a real officer. So how can you get offended by that? You can say that, you know, what is this? I mean, it's a very, it's not a great idea. You can say that, you can be, you know, you can have a difference of opinion on that. But you can't get offended by a fake thing. It's a fake thing. It's a costume. It's not a uniform.
Yeah, okay.